All right, so we're gonna talk about the leg ride position, okay? So first thing, what I wanna teach is just the position. So I'm gonna start my entry. This is the most basic way to enter it, from side control or knee ride. So a lot of times when I'm like this, my primary goal is to cut my knee across and for me to get my foot all the way to here and flop. And then I'm in the mount. Not anymore. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring my knee up like this and I'm gonna literally dangle my foot and I'm gonna let him capture it. But I'm gonna keep my knee down. So it's almost like what do they call it? It's a quarter guard or a 3/4 guard or whatever?
Yeah, it's
whatever, it doesn't matter.
Quarter guard.
So I want my foot stuck there. So now come around here and follow me. So when this happens, he's capturing my foot, but what he has to do for him to win is switch his hips back. And I already know that. So like if he gets the underhook on me and then switches his hips back, he stuffs my leg and then he wants half guard. Okay, that's fine. So now I just smush him back down. I drive my knee back down to quarter guard right there. So now we're gonna get into what's happening. So he's got my leg hooked. So come around on this side so you can see. So this is your primary position, is I want him to capture one leg. And I'm like in a half-ass mount. So now what I'm gonna do is I just chop the neck. This leg right here is gonna find his top leg and I'm gonna peel that. Once I've peeled that off, my knee is still stapled and it's hooked into his knee, and then I'm gonna come back and find his foot just like that, okay? And I've got this position kind of locked in. So, and a lot of times what happens when I peel that off, he's gonna bend it back. Right there, see how he's bending it back? That's great, that's what I want. And then from here, I re-staple, so I'm hooking his ankle right there, and I'm hooking his thigh, and then I'm sitting up. And what this does is takes all the pressure or power away from his legs, because now he can't use his feet to bump. Okay, so try to like wiggle with just your legs. Yeah, so he's got to use all of his upper body strength to push me away. Now, I've got two options. I can be smashing him, or I can sit up on him. And what I'll normally do is I'll smash for a minute to settle him down, and then I sit up. And now, in order for him to move, he's got to put his hands on me. He's got to put like that, or he's got to push on my hips, whatever, it doesn't matter. And this is where it gets super fun, because now, as he's wiggling, I'm just sitting here. He can't use his legs because his feet aren't touching the floor, right? So now I figure out how I want to attack him, okay? So one more time, I'm gonna start side control, just like this, cut my knee, he captures my foot, my knee drives, I immediately readjust so he can't turn his hips back into me. I find this top leg, I peel it, and then I hook that foot right to there. And then a lot of times he'll start bringing his legs back and try to peel. And then I'll be smushing him, and then I'll sit up for a second, depending upon if I have to settle him. Now, I can underhook him on this side, I can underhook him on that side, I can neck hook him on that side, and I get so many fun submissions from here. So, even from here, if I get this arm across him, just like this, a lot of times I'll start arm wrapping, like that, I'll hit that arm wrap, get the underhook right to here, and I'm not gonna go for my submission. I'm not gonna pass his legs until my submission is like ready. So as I get this right to here, I'll start sliding up. Now I'll clear. And I get that cutting arm bar right there. Here, finish my position, smush him. A lot of times like he'll be framing me like this and I'll clear this down like that. And then what I do is as I push that down, I take this hand right to here and I come underneath and I get a smush. So now I'm killing the inside arm, the top arm, and then I got this arm. He might be like hugging my neck and shit, which is totally dumb for him. But then I'll start climbing up, and now I got a double arm lock. That's the arm lock on this one, arm lock on that one. Another one, or two, like, let's say we're here like this in half guard. He's got this knee shield on me, right? And I start to step up, and I start to clear this right to here, and I'm like defending. I push the knee down, boom, he's still got my leg. Whap, right back into power ride or leg drag or whatever you want to call it, leg ride position. Now from here, he starts to frame my face, bump. I can go from my head and arm right to here and finish that if I want. Or two, another one I really like is if he starts to frame up on me and comes up on his elbow. I'll clear this, capture this wrist, grab right to here, and then start lifting his chin, and then start finishing to the back, right to there.
That's just rude.
Okay, so the position to me is more important than the submissions because it just smushes people. But that main position, I call it the half-ass mount because it's so half-ass, but it like, if you play the legs right, they can't move. And what I'm trying to not do, especially against Mike, who's a very good brown belt, is I'm not trying to sit on the mount like this so he can, you see, because right now, turn this way. See right now, he's got bumps all day long. Bump, boom, he's got frames, see, and then leg locks. But if I'm here in the mount like this, see here, so come around this way for a second. If I'm in the mount like this, sometimes what I'm doing now, if I make it to the mount, is I'll be snuggling him and I just reach back and let him leg hook. Because now, boom, and being just right here, boom, ankle lock. You know what I mean? Tail hold. You got all kinds of fun shit. But this position right here is like my killer position. So this is what I've been playing, and these are just some ideas. But hit this staple position right there, that staple, and then this hook, and then just pressure, and you can just ride them. If you just ride them, man, it makes us so tired. But don't pass. There's no point in passing until he gives it up, because he might frame into me really hard, and I might do this or that or whatever. So I get this arm wrap like that, I go over, under, like that. There's just so much cool shit to do. He like pushes me away, comes up on his elbow, cool, clear that, grab his wrist, start coming up behind him, just like that, get that lock. But like, I'm going nowhere because right now he can't bump. And that's the best part about this. If I'm here like this, go back for a second. If I'm here like this, give me this arm. And I'm already here like this, see here, he can start to bump. Bah. And I'm taking away his legs. So, just some stuff I've been working on from the Power Ride system.